Okay, I am here today with Sarah. I'll throw it over to you, Sarah, to introduce yourself.
Hey there, thank you, Ali. Hi, I'm Sarah McGlade. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Yeah, I am a teacher. I have a background in theatre and went into drama teaching several years ago, and then I moved into the alternative education sector. So now I tend to work with young people who have disengaged from mainstream schools and generally complex needs and challenges, a lot of things going on in their lives. I've also done theatre work with in some prisons, and used to work as a Captain Starlight entertaining kids in hospital. So that was a very fun gig as well. I've done a little bit of work with Ali as well through Mindblade, which has been awesome. So
it's been great getting to know you, Sarah. Okay, so we're here today just to share a little bit of insight, and I'm just hoping you can self-reflect, really. We're just trying to get out there. What are some mental health tactics that you may use yourself just to help keep you afloat? Sometimes we have a bit too much on our plate. What's something that you go to as your default to help balance?
I find for me, things that have been really helpful are reminding myself, sorry, one sec, I've got a little bub here, just having a little nurse. Gratitude. So even like sometimes like writing down or reminding myself what all the good things that I have in my life, and try to, sort of refocus on those things. And also what's really important to me is a feeling of connection. So if it's just going out for a walk in nature, going for a swim in a creek or the ocean if possible, just being in nature. Another thing that I have found really helpful is dancing, like free dancing. I do this sort of movement meditation practice, and there are quite a lot that happen now, a lot of different ones, and it's all free dance, and it really helps me to just let go, get out of my head, and into my body, and I feel like similar to doing a yoga class, but I find this even more powerful, that when I finish, I feel very centered, very calm, very present, and that's really helpful. Another thing would be connecting with really good friends, people who make me feel good. So
for sure. Just because I'm a huge advocate for the creative arts, obviously, in terms of wellbeing benefits. And thank you, Sarah, for bringing the next generation into this interview series, because it's so important that, we can get some of these structures in right for that next generation. Okay, definitely. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to the next question. So I'm just curious, what is your message of hope, right? There's a lot of people in lockdown right now. Some are dealing with huge whirlwinds of mental health issues that they haven't had to deal with before. And sometimes when we overcome things, we have the insight that, now I'm stronger, or may have been a challenge when it initially came. So I'm just wondering if you have any insight at all for someone who may be dealing with that eye of the storm right now. What's your message of hope for them?
Okay. I would say things that have helped me is that just knowing that old ancient, I think, Tibetan saying, this too shall pass. Knowing that just everything is constant. Nothing is constant, and everything is always shifting and changing and moving. And I think, if you can sort of sort of, yeah, sort of really grasp that concept of, okay, this too shall pass. You know, if it's shit right now, it won't be like this always. It won't be like this forever. Because sometimes I think when you're in that, it can feel like it is, and it will be. So yeah, I think definitely this too shall pass. And just that, I feel like there is it's always gives me hope to know that there are people out there, that you're not alone. There are people going through similar things, and there are people that can help and would love to help. So yeah, that thing of sometimes just reaching out, can really help, and that, you know, that things will get better. I feel like that. Even though, yeah, we've been, you know, this past year has been created some really challenging times for people. I believe in the greater good, and that, you know, that things will get better.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that insight. I just have one more question for you. We're looking at prevention, and I know that you work with children and young people, etc., and there's some pretty challenging times there. But why do you think we need to really focus on the prevention end rather than crisis end when it comes to mental health?
Yes. Yeah, good question. I think it's so important, the prevention, to try to stop it even getting to a point of crisis. And I think that in that prevention is that, to me, is an idea of connection. And I think we're living in a world now that can very easily make us feel disconnected, and so the more that we can feel a sense of connection to ourselves, to other people, to nature, to the earth, then I think that is what we need to sort of restore ourselves and restore the planet, really. And so I don't know if that was getting off track, but I feel like in terms of the prevention, that it can only be a positive thing, focusing on the prevention and not needing to, you know, not the crisis, which is also, the crisis is obviously very important, but yeah, let's sort of, rather than just band-aiding that, let's look at really preventing it altogether. Yeah.
Look, thank you so much for your insights today. We really appreciate you taking part in this campaign, and especially bringing the little one along too. I wish you all the very best for the rest of your day. Thanks for joining the campaign, Sarah.